Gary Vee tells you to work harder, grind more, and sleep less, and for him, it works. But here's the uncomfortable truth that no one wants to say loud. If you copy Gary Vee advice as a coach, you're more likely to burn yourself than break through. And that's not because he is wrong, it's because you're missing the context. And in this video, I'm going to break down the dark side of the hustle culture.
Nobody gives a fuck about you, or me, or anybody. They care about their own shit.
Not to attack Gary Vee, because in fact, I love him and I respect everything that he built. But to show you why this high output advice without understanding psychology, structure, is not going to work for you. And if you've been working really hard, posting, sending DMs, but not seeing results, this video is going to change the way you see business. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Barkant and I built a six-figure coaching business in my 20s. In less than 3 years. I work with more than 100 coaches by now, and I can tell you clearly, effort is not the bottleneck of your success. Structure is. But before you start hating me, let me be clear. Gary Vee is not a fraud. He's disciplined, he's consistent, he understands attention than anyone else. I'm not here to hate him. But the thing that not many people understand is that Gary Vee advice comes from very specific environment. First, he has massive brand equity. Second, he has large team that you don't see. Third, he has long-term horizon. Fourth, he has insane tolerance for chaos. And he has zero dependency on short-term cash flow. I want you to remember the last point. And why this advice hurts you is because you don't live in this world. You don't have the background that Gary Vee has. You don't have the team that Gary Vee has. You don't have the long-term vision that he has. You're just someone getting started with entrepreneurship who want to make some quick bucks. So his advice might not be applicable in your current situation. The dark side of this hustle culture is not that the hustle culture doesn't work. In fact, it does. But it only works under some conditions. Like when beginner hears just post 5 times a day, then they think this effort will equal to progress. So they grind, they post more, they work more hours. But without leverage, all of this hustle only exhausts you. At the end of your day, you feel exhausted, you feel like you have no energy to do anything else. You can't show up to your family, you can't show up to your personal life because you're only working hard and grinding because you listen to all the people's advices without looking through the lens of your current situation. Hustle without system is just spiritual procrastination. And a false belief that quite a lot of coaches absorb is that if I just work hard and stay consistent, clients will definitely come. And having this belief is quite comforting because you can work a lot, even if you don't see results, you reinforce these beliefs by saying, I'll just work a little more and yes, clients will come. Because this removes responsibility from strategy. You can only work, but without strategy, it doesn't make sense. And when you have this belief, you just remove responsibility and you no longer have strategy. You just need to work hard to get results. But here's the truth that no one wants to hear. You don't get paid for your effort. You get paid for clarity, positioning, and distribution. You get paid for results, not effort. So let's zoom out for a moment and I'm going to look at this through 3 different multidisciplinary lenses. First is the system theory and why hustle culture is wrong by looking at this lens. High output without feedback loops leads to collapse. From psychological view, consistent hustle increases cortisol, lowers decision quality, and kills creativity. And from Islamic wisdom, barakah doesn't come from exhaustion. It comes from alignment, intention, and disciplined action. Even the Prophet, peace be upon him, worked with rhythm, effort, rest, structure, and trust in Allah, not chaos. And now you may ask yourself, what is the alternative then to this hustle culture? It's not laziness, it's not waiting, and it's not manifestation. The better model is this: fewer actions, clear structure, direct conversations, strong offer, and tawakkul after effort. This is why in my program I focus on systems, not endless work. I teach my clients outbound and inbound systems instead of them being in front of their computers all day. Because leverage beats volume, systems beat motivation, and alignment beats burnout. You're not in business to be this content machine, to work like a robot. You're here to build something sustainable. You're here to build something for your family, to support them. Something that doesn't disconnect you from your faith or your health. Hustle culture tells you to sacrifice everything. Wisdom tells you to build something that lasts. And if you want to build a coaching business that lasts, where you have proven system that get you clients, feel free to check the first link in the description.